ONET encourages you to forge connections, investigate thriving communities, and share your passions. You can join millions of others from around the globe in this safe, secure social media platform, free, simply by registering at www.coolzone.ai. An author, lecturer, and advocate for persons with disabilities. Helen Keller was born in the United States. Many people all throughout the world were impressed by her tenacity and determination. Have proven effective for businesses to engage clients in the digital age. With successful SMS marketing, you may reach 87% of the world's population, since a research indicated that there are approximately 7 billion smartphones worldwide. SMS marketing efforts are potent, and short links can boost them. Explore them. 1. Better readability and aesthetics. 2. Tracking, analytics. 3. Link customization. 4. Improve user experience with QR codes. Short URL mistakes to avoid. 1. Random URL. 2. Generic domain. 3. Metrics that add bot traffic. 4. Shortening URLs. 5. URL shortening. 6. Keywords not capitalized. Optimizing SMS impact. Exploring OTrim's dynamic features. Using Onpassive's OTrim, an ultimate link shortening technology, in SMS campaigns is revolutionary. Bulk shortening streamlines links for a smooth user experience. QR code production simplifies content engagement. Gain insights and understand user behavior using device and click location analytics. OTrim goes beyond link shortening to optimize SMS messages for maximum impact and data-driven success. Conclusion: short links make SMS marketing powerful and flexible. Shortened URLs improve marketing analytics and aesthetics. Get your free OTrim. Simply register at www.coolzone.ai.
Hello, everyone. I apologize. It was my fault. I was running late. I tried to get stuff done. I didn't have enough time. I apologize.
Did you see what Gemma wrote in there? Marty should be breakdancing on that. I'm like, no, he shouldn't.
By the way, okay, I used to be able to dance very, very well. Okay, I will show you all. Right?
I'll show you what's up. Me and you will go breakdancing one day.
Anyway, here's what I want to say. I found out something that happens in life, and especially in Onpassive. Are you ready? This is kind of funny. It's funny, it's not funny, but it is funny. It's funny, it's not funny. I'm starting to sound like Chris. But anyway, you know, when you're going through Onpassive, every once in a while, it hits me. Now, I'm always thinking about Onpassive and the possibilities. That's how I stay motivated. How's that? Oh my God, we got Lister another day. Oh, and she's not. Oh, she's up before noon. Oh my God, guys, that's the ninth wonder of the world. She's probably laughing right now. But anyway, here's what I'm going to say. In Onpassive, every once in a while, it hits me. Oh my God, I can't believe we have this. I can't believe the potential of this company. Last night, I made a big mistake, okay? It was 12 o'clock. I could have just went to bed, and I went, you know what? I'm going to text Chris Johnson just to say goodnight, right? Yes, I can be kind to him. I know you guys don't see it. I know you see me riding him like Seattle Slew at the Kentucky Derby, but he's not that fast. He's more like a mule, and he's very slow. But listen to this. So I call him, and Chris is on a high of Onpassive. He is stoned out on Onpassive, and I didn't know it. So he took advantage of me, and Marty, did you know? And did you bet? And I went, oh my God, what happened? I didn't talk because there was no time. He didn't give me any chance. And what happened is he messed up and went and chatted with Mike Ellis like freestyle, and I got the blunt of it. But I just want to point out something, all in fun. If you really, 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 and this is for all of you, my sister from another Mr. Listra, all of you out there, Sante Papu, or whatever if I said that right, Myra, all of you, Roy Davis, some of you I didn't really, Gene Oliva, of course, Casey Zevenberg, my brother from another mother. Take the time to see, and I know a lot of you do, but I want you to soak up Onpassive. Really think of what we're part of. I mean, because Chris reminded me again. Now, this is how I do lives every day. Okay, as you know, I don't work for the company, but the lives, what's going through my mind daily is the possibilities and being able to see where Cynthia Brown will be 6 months after we're rolling. I mean, really rolling. Minnow Miller, who's her middle name is now Onpassive. I think it's legally Minnow Onpassive Miller. Okay. Lori Munn, Lori Onpassive Clydesdale. Anyway, but the point is, Cynthia Deering, always around all of you. And I know, but I've said this from the very beginning. I can tell you I've done X amount of shows. I do them every day. I don't care about that. Here's what I want. Here's what I hope happens. I inspire you enough to get you to break free to believe in the possibilities of Onpassive. Dr. Benny, another one, always smiling, always upbeat. And I'm starting to see Marcianne. Marcianne went from a quiet lady to a dancing maniac, okay? She's on the dance squad for Onpassive. She's an out she's an advocate for Onpassive as strong as anyone. I would not want to get on her bad side if you're going to talk bad about Onpassive. Narelle Warcon, same thing. Eric Kessler, everybody has that thing. And what drives me, you know what drives us crazy? And I know everybody else, not me so much because I've done this so long I stopped doing it. But going to family and you tell them and you got that glow and you're going, oh, I got something for you. I love you so much. This is my sister or my brother. And they look at you going, it's a piece of crap. And you just want to go, oh my God, I wish they could see what I see. Don't worry about that. They're coming back. Listen, you can't go to your family for this stuff. They will beat you to death. Another ABBA is, I mean, come on, all of these people, every day I'm seeing more and more and more. Look at what the possibility, one of the possibilities might just be the freedom. And Chris talks about the freedom. But this is where you have financial freedom because there's people that have time, they have no money. You might as well not have the time. Look at all the people that are retiring. They struggled for 40 years. They just get to retirement. They're 65 years old. Hopefully they got 20 more years. But for those 20 years, they got to stay home. They got to think about dying. What kind of crap is that? But if you had the financial freedom, you could spend those 20 years living a life you never dreamed of. You could spend the next 20 years living more than you ever lived the first 65. And Onpassive gives us that hope. And I believe it with all my might. Every time I hear asked before, I said, where did this man come from? Where did his wife come from? Why would you take this beating for a bunch of strangers? And then you look through history, look at the very people that we remember for the rest of our life. One, my favorite, Jesus Christ. Look what he did for sinners and complete strangers. For two people on the cross next to him, a murderer and a thief. Think about what he did. Think about the sacrifice. Think about the sacrifice of Martin Luther King, of Nelson Mandela, Mother Teresa. I mean, you could go on and on and on and on. They thought about others more than themselves. That's crazy. And we happen in the middle of this big planet been around billions of years to line up just right to be there that day when somebody asked you about Onpassive and you went, yeah, I think I'll do it. Think of what could have been. I mean, you didn't say no. And I don't think that's an accident. Sorry, that's me. Raphael, another guy. I met Raphael a couple years ago. Quiet, barely talked, camera on when it's necessary and off right away. Look at him now. And Onpassive didn't create you guys. It let you feel comfortable about being who you are. John White, what an inspiration John White is. First, he's one of the best writers in Onpassive. Second is, he said, you know, I learned about keto. He did listen, and then I went into carnivore, and he took it to a new level. He did carnivore. He did intermittent fasting. He's half the man he was, weight-wise, but full of wisdom, full of wisdom. He's always out helping. He's looking at ways to inspire. Bill Must. Yeah, we never seen him. But I tell you what, he's had more impact on somebody I've never seen than some people I do see. Bitmata, every day she writes something encouraging. Never met her. Never. But you don't have to. We're finding out. You can find out. You hear it coming through on passing through other people that there's something happened. A spark was made. Ash started off, boom, one guy, one woman, two guys, two women, boom, and it just multiplied. And what did we do? A lot of us took that message and delivered it. Were we as good as Ash? Sometimes we were. But the more you know, the closer you can be, because the truth is the truth. I looked at the other day when you got Comfort and Collins and Andy, another great guy, right? And Collins, amazing. We found out the other day that Comfort, she's right up there at the top of as far as hosting. She did a great job. But what happened? They do webinars and very few people go. That's sad. We should all be pushing everyone to go where the truth is. And I'm not saying other people are lying or anything. I'm just saying I can tell, I listen, and if I feel good about it, I tell everyone. But anyway, I just wanted to say I am stoked about what's going on. It's going to be a big next couple of weeks. And if these weeks are what I think they are, it's going to be a big life. It's the beginning of something really, really big. I mean, you you hear Dr. Tarek, and I'm glad somebody wrote it down because I'm going to tell you something. When me and Chris are in the webinar, you miss a lot. You miss a lot what's going on because you're in it. You're moving people around. You got people popping on, people pop because you want it to go so smooth for everyone else. You do kind of lose but I always go back and redo it because I modified the webinar. I get to see it again in slow motion. Really, I bring up parts, and that's where I got to listen to Dr. Tarek, and I decided I'll make that little video because what he said was so powerful. You know, everybody, we always got the negative part of some countries, like Africa for one. But let's remember something. Whether you believe, you don't believe, that's not my concern. Man was started in Africa. The Garden of Eden was in Africa. This is where man started. And I think it's only appropriate that this is where we return to. And the average age in Africa, 19, 20 years old. No joke. Prime place to build an empire of AI and IT. Prime. Some very, very educated people full of a country where there's no job. What kind of crap is that? The other thing I'm telling my grandchildren, this is me. Hey, before they're getting into high school, my granddaughter is in high school. Think about what you're doing. The future's AI, the future's IT, computers. Get into that, and you could. It's not about working physically; it's about working mentally, and there's nothing wrong with that. Because great minds will come in and change the world. I hear about all the problems in these countries. Yes, big countries go in and they pillage the village. I get it. But I'll tell you what, somebody in the government in all these countries that are having problems, they may not be so honest either. How does that change? From the bottom up. I believe there'll be people, a founder and Onpassive one day that will be really high up in government in different countries because they have the heart and now they have the resources. Because I tell you what, the old days where you could be poor as long as you're right, you could be president, that's gone long time ago. But if you have the resources, you have the will, and you have the heart, you could change a nation. But it needs to start with the people. The people need to. Sometimes you need to supervise your supervisor. Sometimes you need to educate your leaders. This is not the right way. This is what we should be doing. Ask me if I was building a company that should have been that way anyway. They should have thought of the people first. Should have been. It wasn't. And we went 100 and some years, the industrial age, and that's the way it went. And this man, amazing person, comes up and says, "No, I don't think it needs to be that way." Yeah, but you can't do this. Do you know how many times Mr. Mafar was told you can't, or no, or that's impossible? Man, you can't do that. No, what are you thinking? No, that's impossible. He didn't walk into rooms and everybody go, "Oh, great idea." Hardly ever. But as it's unfolding, what happened? He said, "We will be the hunted." Who came to Ash? Who wound up working with Ash? Dr. Tarek? You think he was having problems finding a job? Go look at what he does. Go look at his credentials. You think Professor Susan was just destitute? Come on. She had to sign off on countries. She knows leaders of countries. Where did she go? Onpassive. People that think, oh, this is bite me, gnaw on me. Okay. If you can't see what we have, even if you didn't know everything, Mohammed Nazal, why would he be here? Why would Mohammed Kamal leave a business as a nuclear engineer? So you know what I'm going to do? I don't know how old he is. What, 50? Young guy, 45. And say, I'm going to take a chance with a company that's never been heard of from the ground and jeopardize all that. He did it because he sees what it is. He sees what it is. And don't you ever apologize to your family or somebody that doesn't see it. Pray for them. Because you do see it. It is right. It doesn't matter what they say. I've had people go and they come back, or somebody says, "Oh, I found out this is oh, wow, yeah, and I wouldn't know that. 20 years online. Oh, yeah, that just skipped me. I didn't do research on it. I know everything what's going on. It's a joke." But anyway, I wanted to bring up, let's work on the core. You're all the core. If you're here, you're core. Get the core stronger and bigger. And I want this to be listen, one day people will look back and say, you remember when that phenomenon happened? Which one? Well, Onpassive came to the world. When Mr. Mafar started this, it's going to be a lot of fun. And you're going to be really happy. Maybe not so much now, some of you, but the journey will be one of the biggest blessings in your life. The journey itself. I'm done. I'm going to turn it over to Chris and hope he doesn't do what he did to me last night, but we'll see.
28. Well, actually, we were late, so that was good. You did good on time there. Hey, I want to do a quick another prayer thing. Jerry Nix's wife is going through some real serious stuff right now. I'm asking you to reach out to Jerry Nix and say some prayers for his wife, but also for Jerry too, because he's up there in age and he's really worried about his wife, and the guy needs some prayers, so show him some love. Roy Davies, I see you finally made it back here. You got emails. I'm looking at all the crazy people on here because you're all crazy. I don't know really what got into me yesterday. It's in me, but sometimes I let it out of me, usually at late at night. I was having flashbacks of working all night again. And this big guy calls me, and Mike Ellis got me fired up, and I was telling him all about it. And I went from there. We talked about this, about what we think, why people don't see certain things in Onpassive, or how can they condemn a man who's trying to do something so good for the world. And it drives me crazy, excuse me, that I can't do nothing about those people. And then I saw an amazing video of who's the guy, the actor, I'll think of his name in a minute. Keanu Reeves was telling people, there's 8 billion people in this world. And if one person's negative and you walk away from them, you're doing yourself a favor. Now you only got to worry about the 799 people left. So it's, listen, I do not explain my excitement too well, to be honest with you, because I look at every one of you. I look at myself, the Garmo, Red, Julie, Robin, Peter, Charles, Michael, Dan, Mike Ellis. I'm looking at these people thinking, what are they here for? I ask myself this all the time. What am I here for? And I realize I know what I'm here for. I want to change the world. When I die, I don't want to be just Chris Johnson. He worked for Ford for 32 years, and that's it. Boring. Told you, I'm going to have a really big tombstone because I want a lot of writing on there. And then I want to celebrate everyone else who came on this journey. Listen, this wasn't a leap of faith. You needed a change. You all needed a change, like I needed a change, like Marty needed a change. And when I saw what this was really about, each day, whether they're ups or downs, there was a reason for everything that was happening in this company. And I said, just hang on. Oh my gosh, is this going to be good? And the more things he comes out with, there was something new. Satriana Papa sent me, I think it was, about you can put your picture now in the OES. I can't remember where it was because I haven't looked at it yet. Every day is something new. Every day I'm getting questions. Chris, when's it going to go? When's it going to go? I don't know about you, but I'm ready for when it goes. I'm prepared to watch something amazing in my life really go. And I didn't have to do nothing about it. Mike Ellis and I were talking yesterday. He says, Chris, you do lives 5, 6, 7 days a week. What do you mean you're doing nothing? This is fun. This is fun, guys. Go work for a company. Listen, right now, there's people, it's Monday morning, and they're at work. They're not listening to us right now. They're at work because they got to go to work. And I guarantee they woke up and said, oh, I don't really feel like going to work today, honey. But they had to go. Just imagine, I'm gonna go a little farther. Imagine six months from now, and you wake up and say, I don't need to go to work. I don't need to go to work anymore. This Ash Mafara, he did it. This is amazing. And then I think about all the people that turned this opportunity, and it's not an opportunity, it's a life-changing thing, down because they were so afraid. So afraid of what? Success? None of you were afraid. You just did it. But the biggest problem with America, with the world, is people are afraid to do something because they heard something 20 years ago or 10 years ago. Oh, don't do that. Or in a saying that I never liked, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. There is so much lying in that statement right there. So much. That statement right there has chased people away from their dreams. All right, this company is going to bring you your dreams in reality. But that one statement, if it's too good to be true, it probably is, scared billions of people away from doing something they wanted to do or trying something. The biggest mistake you can make in life is not trying something new. Whether you get hit, Marty's, I'm sure, tried many things new online when he found out he was on disability. He had to do something. And he did this, did that, did this. The man has stayed with this company for over 5 years now. I call one of the top dogs of speaking from the heart and telling people the way it is. And that's really like I want to be. I just want to be excited for you. I want you to be excited for me. As Marty came on, and I'm bouncing today because I'm still crazy. Marty had a Helen Keller thing on there when we started, if you saw that. Helen Keller, a woman that was blind and deaf, and some woman went out of her way, a beautiful teacher, and helped her. Can you imagine if that teacher never helped Helen Keller? Do you know the lives that those two individuals changed for the world? Thousands and thousands and thousands of people. And Helen Keller and this teacher, and I can't think of her name, was Mary or something, but they inspired the world by what they were doing. How do you teach someone that's blind and deaf anything? Helen Keller's own family, if you remember it. Oh, well, we just let her do what she wants. She doesn't know what she's doing. And this teacher said, no, you got to teach her. She's teachable. And look what Helen Keller turned out to be, because someone had the faith enough to say, I can help this lady. We could do something together. What do you think Ash Mafara is saying? I can help the world. I can help individuals. I can help businesses. And I can also create wealth all over the world for individuals who never had a chance, who tried every single thing on the internet and failed. Because you remember this, when the .com era was on there, everyone wanted to quit their job and get a .com going. They were selling something. It was a big error. But where are we now? Where are you now? You're in a company that's going to do everything for you. It's going to push you up, up, up. And it's just going to keep going. Those who doubt this company, those who doubt me or Marty, what we say, it's okay, because in the long run, I'm still smiling because I'm going to be really happy. I'll be more happy if you said, you know what, I was wrong. I got to get in this. If there's some real mean people that's treated me pretty bad, I would say, I still want to see them succeed, because I can't take hate and hate again. It just ain't going to happen. I get mad at them, angry at them, but they don't see it. Why? Because in their mind, they believe that everything on the internet is wrong. There's no one doing this. Listen, he's doing this. Ash Mafar has done this for us, not for himself. Sure, he's going to be, I believe, probably one of the most successful. I'm just not going to say rich, because I don't think that's what he's about. He's going to be one of the most successful businessmen. He's not a businessman in the world. And I'll say it again. Businesses are going to follow his lead. And you know what that creates? That creates better lives for all of us. If every business thought about people like Ash Mafara does, it'd be very, very successful. They would be. But Onpassive is going to lead the way for all this. But if you have any doubts about Onpassive, hey man, go fishing. Go paint your house. Go make a garden. Don't doubt it. Just let it happen. Like Marty, I believe this week, next week, something's going to go. And I'm excited about it. Even if it doesn't go this week, I'm still crazy about it. Because when it does go, guess what? All you individuals out there that have been waiting patiently, calmly, you're going to be blown away by what it does. I keep thinking about all the people he's got. Hi, Janet. I think about all the people he's got in that warehouse, we call it. Where are they going? And then I think back again, something we haven't said in a while. All right, that 8 billion people in the world. They have to come through founders to get into Onpassive. That is what your plus is. When you signed up for this, whether it was 5 years ago or 3 or 2 years ago, the world has to go through us to get in as resellers, affiliates, whatever names you want to call it. That was one of the pluses I seen as wow. Do the math, guys. Do the math. You are about to have a life like you wouldn't believe. Because of one guy. Listen, Ash Mafara's, what did he call him? The professor, his professor, came on the other day. He didn't say a word. I love that he didn't say a word because it made me more intrigued to know more about this guy. Every single webinar we go to that Ash comes out, he pops something at us new. And you remember he said, I don't really want to give too much out, and I don't blame him for all that stuff. But it's all about us, guys. It's not about him. Never has been. And the world's going to know that. Sooner or later, they will know it. And Ash Bafaro is going to be the greatest guy in the world. Literally. My old buddy Cedric Flowers used to say, he's going to get that award. I can't remember the award, but Cedric used to say it all the time. This company is going to take you where you never would have ever made it for him. None of us have the ability. Well, we might, but we just didn't do it because we were afraid. How many of you grabbed your wallet and said, hey, we're going to go start a global company? You need a lot of wallets. A lot of people also forget Ash Bafaro has funded this. He's, listen, that man has put everything on the line. And I want to remind you guys something also. I could take hits all day. Marty could take hits. Red could take hits from people. Ash Bafaro said about 2 years ago, this is my baby. My name's on it. If it goes down, it's Ash Bafaro, but I'm not going to let it go down. It isn't Chris or Marty. Oh, everyone's going to, no. Ash Bafaro started this company, and he wanted to let everyone know that this is on me. This is my reputation, my family, and I'm not going to let anyone down. And he's just going to keep going, do it till he dies. I hate when he says that, but it's going to be an amazing company, guys. Now, I don't think I'm as exciting as I was last night because I just want to talk to you guys about we got to do something different. And what's that? Stay excited. Pay attention to your back office literally this week and next week and every day, actually, and see what's really coming. All you got to do is check your back office. That's it. We're not doing anything else. We're actually sitting at home watching webinars, doing whatever we got to do while this guy is working around the clock. Did you see Muhammad Kamal? Number one, he's looking very good. I can't imagine the pressures he's under. I got to imagine when he quit his job, like Marty was talking about, came to Onpassive, I don't even think he blinked an eye. Oh, man, maybe this was a mistake. I don't think he ever even felt that way because that was one of my big wow. Why would he just quit his job to come here? But there's people we don't even know about that quit it. Do you know that we have people from every big group? I'm talking about Facebook, Google. We have all kind of people from those companies that came to Onpassive. You haven't heard about them yet, but you will, or maybe you won't, but they're working for you. They're not saying, oh, I just want to be a founder. I'm glad I didn't go work for Ash Bafaro. I'm glad where I'm at right now. It's fun. But Muhammad Kamal, I just have nothing but respect for what he did. He was, to me, a big part of my reason and many people's reasons why, oh, man, this is on. Why would someone give up something like that? And like Marty said, to come on to a company that's never even been announced anywhere. That was a huge thing he did for me, at least. But stay excited. Remember who you are. And when all this happens, promise yourself that you're not going to change. Stay who you are. Stay true to yourself. Money can make you do a lot of things, man, good or bad, but just stay who you are. I like you guys just the way you are. All of you. Even you, Gemma and Lystra. Because you guys are fun. All right, Marty, I'm done. Take it back.
Ooh, doggy. Thanks, everybody. Very good show. Today, I believe it's Fun Day Monday with Red and Jane at 11.
I texted him. He didn't text me back yet. And Julie and Michael are not doing their 3 o'clock today. Julie texted me that early this morning. So
I think they announced that last week, right?
Yeah, but
and then what else? Anything else today? Just tonight is
Red hasn't responded back to me yet, so
anyway, look for him. Okay. I don't know if he is or isn't. I think he is.
I think he is, yeah.
Anyway, love y'all. share Onpassive. You'll be glad you did. People need to hear it. The world's hurting.
People need it. They need it. Guys, I don't care what you say. Everyone needs Onpassive.
Yeah, guaranteed. I want to thank everybody being here. About 400 people. Not bad. Not too bad. I love it. I love the numbers because I know that's more people that get it. They get it. And once you get it, you got it. And once you got it, bang. Anyway, I'll see you all. And thank you very much for being here. I'll see you all tomorrow. And don't forget about Jerry Nix's wife and Robin Noble. Big thing. Keep praying for her. I feel sorry for Jerry. He's an older guy, but he's a great guy. So let's remember him. Anyway,